It's stage, not age. And this is the biggest challenge for our industry, is that we look at people, we look at their age, and we think, maybe not. You know, and this is the interesting conversation. I talk to people, they go, I'm too young. I talk to other people, they're like, I'm too old. I talk to other people, they're like, I got a family. I'm like, it doesn't matter what age you're at. What matters most importantly is the stage that you're at in your development in becoming a great agent. So if I just asked you, okay, what's the stuff right now that you fear? What's the stuff that you're just not that into? What's the stuff that you're almost being forced to have to go and do? Because the reality of it is, you don't need accountability if you've got responsibility in the role. I am responsible for generating the leads. I'm going to go and make that happen. I'm responsible for winning the business. I'm going to go and make that happen. I'm responsible for selling the houses. I'm going to go and make that happen. You know what? I'm actually responsible for the admin and making it all super smooth so I can keep my drivers on the road and keep the pit crew running here in the office to make sure that we're doing all the things to actually get all the sales progressed. The most important part is for you to get really clear about the stages that you're at and what you need to be doing next to improve. So what are the 5 key skills that are going to really set you free? That might be, okay, I've got to now concentrate on the last 10% of the phone call where I'm actually booking the appointment. Maybe I need to really concentrate about making sure that I'm growing the database by finding the opportunities. Is this person a landlord? Are they a potential seller? Are they just a buyer? Are they in a position that we could go out and go and see their existing home? Are they the sort of person that we can go and do more work with because they know lots of other people? This is the important component of what becoming a great agent means. Now, what I know is that the stages actually go in probably a different order than what you think, because I'm going to say to you, you're going to become a much better prospector when you already know that you can list. So one of the most important things to learn is to learn how to be a great lister, because it's fundamentally the ultimate story of what you're going to go and do for the client. Now, if you're learning how to tell the ultimate story, you've got to go and deliver that ultimate story for the client. What you do at open homes, what you do at an auction, how you're going to handle the process, what the types of things are that you're going to do around marketing. And you start to wind it all the way back that once you truly understand what you do for the customer, then you can go and execute. Now, this is about knowledge and applying that knowledge to getting it into that level of skill. And this is where role play comes in. Now, I get to work with a lot of agents like, oh, I hate role play. I'm like, really? So what are you going to do? Role play on the customer? You've got to get into simulation training. Imagine, for example, that the air hostess on your plane was like, oh, I hate role play. Well, that's going to be really important if ever we're in a crash. And this is the most important part. They need to know how to actually get the oxygen mask onto people. They need to know what to do when the plane lands. They need to know how to get people down the slide and off the plane. And you've got to practice that all the time. For you, you need to practice the essential elements. How are we going to talk about marketing? How are we going to talk about fee? What about pricing? How are we actually going to sell ourselves on what we're going to do for them as the customer? How do we pitch different, not same, in a way that really matters? Do you see what actually happens here? Energy is incredibly important. It's the tenacity to want to learn, because the more that you learn, the more that you earn. It's about actually being a real student of the game and coming with a learn-it-all culture, not a know-it-all culture. And in that learn-it-all culture, you're really hungry for how you're going to improve. If you learn how to list, you'll be so much better at prospecting. If you get those 2 key skills right, you'll then learn how to ask better questions of buyers to ensure that you can get properties sold. And that is what will allow your career to continually grow, because you're looking at opportunities. And then you start thinking, hey, I'm going to put a team on. And as you grow others, you'll grow even more. So this is the important component. Don't look at the age, look at the hunger for change, look at the hunger for growth and development. And the more that you actually look at the next 5 key skills and you continually keep growing those, the more that you'll become a much better agent. I really hope you enjoyed this week's coaching tip, and I look forward to seeing you next week.